Max, how's your reading going? I took a dive into my bookshelf. It's a challenge because it's, if you know IKEA brands of bookshelves, we have 3 times 80 centimetres and 160 centimetres. So that's a lot of shelving. We have the extra bit on top, so it goes almost all the way up to the ceiling. And a lot of the shelves are double stacked. So I'll let you do the maths, but it's a lot of books. So doing a deep dive into it is actually really hard. So I did a shallow dive. And I'm bringing out some of my choice books that I'm keeping. Sometimes I'm going to bring out some of my choice books that I'm not keeping. Don't know if you're old enough. And if you aren't, then you need to get to watch these. Maxwell Swans. I'll have a drink of water and maybe I can then talk properly. So, Maxwell Smart, Agent 86, with his sidekick of Agent 99. And then there's the Chief and Larrabee. They were all in a program called Get Smart. It was in the 60s. I think it was the 60s or the 70s. Must have been the 60s looking at these books. So they were Madcap. This was printed in 1966. So let's go with 1960s. Absolutely madcap. They were spies. There was... I was just about to say there was nothing good about them, but there was the humour, that they had all these catchphrases that you just waited for every time. So Maxwell Smart saying, "Sorry about that, Chief," and always stuffing things up. He was a dreadful spy. His sidekick, 99, Agent 99, who was played by Barbara Feldon, was absolutely wonderful. She was the brains. Now, I've just had a blank on who played Maxwell Smart. I'm hoping that there is something on here that will tell me, so I don't have to go and look it up, because I am not. Now, their enemy was Chaos. Not he was Chaos as in C-H-A-O-S, but Chaos as in K-A-O-S. And I cannot remember what it stood for. So according to the back of this book being, and loving it, there are 5 books, according to the back of this one. The Max Smart and the Ghastly Ghost Affair. And look at Barbara Feldon. Isn't she gorgeous, Barbara Feldon? Forgot the right Barbara. So according to this book, there are another 8 books that you can buy. They don't quite have the magic, the manic of Maxwell Smart. Really, they don't. But they are lovely, and I really did love Maxwell Smart. Well, not the man. He was like so incompetent. He would fall over, and he would stuff things up, but he always got his enemy. Sometimes it was just plain luck. Other times it was the gorgeous 99. So these are 3 books from my shelf. I do not know if I'm going to try and find the other ones and buy them. I have not tried to find any of these. I have bought them at odd moments when I found them. So this one, I don't have a price on it, so I don't know how much I paid for that. This one says $10. Would you believe? So judging by that, I would have bought that at a second-hand bookshop. And this one is $8. And I will put that down because there's name and address here so you can see I paid $8 for that. Is that the same writing? Not that one. I'm paying attention as to which book I'm looking at. Very similar. So it's entirely possible that I bought them at the same place at the same time. I do not remember. Now, the author of all three of these, yes, William Johnston, he was also the author of Greatest American, I've had it, Believe It or Not, I'm Walking on Air. Now, if you know that song, you'll know the TV series, Greatest American Hero, I think. Great American Hero, great something. There's a hero in there, guy who found a suit and all of a sudden he could fly and he was invincible and not quite as incompetent as Maxwell Smart. But anyway, and you just love Barbara Feldon. I'm sure that's her name. She always wore the most beautiful clothes. It was so up to date and modern in the 1960s. So anyway, I have introduced you to three of the books from my childhood. No, they're not from... Well, I never actually saw these as a child. I saw Get Smart on telly many, many times. Whether I've seen the whole series in order? No, I don't think I've seen the whole series in order. I must have seen the whole series at some point because they just went on reruns and reruns and again and again and again. And I just, you know, they were there. I watched them. I watched a lot of telly in my childhood. I had, I was not well. Okay, so this one says Get Smart number 9. This one says Get Smart number 6. And this one does not say. So, there you go. Sorry about that, Chief. And no, it's just, I cannot remember his name. Oh, now this one is interesting because it says Agent 86, that's Maxwell Smart, and wife, 99. So this must have been after they got married. So they got married, they had kids. They lived in his apartment, which was booby-trapped. And some of the most hilarious things happened because of those booby traps. Anyway, having shown you three of my books, I will leave you wondering as to whether you want to try and find them or not. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with me. Subscribe or not down below as you choose, and I'll see you on the next time.